Hi, hello, how are you viewers? Today we are trying to make chicken biryani and I'm going to show you all the ingredients and the recipe how to prepare a homemade restaurant style chicken biryani. So I got 2 trays of chicken and 3 tomatoes and 2 onions and 1 handful of green chilies. I took a bowl and I'll just clean this chicken, wash it, rinse it for 3-4 times in water, and I would like to add some turmeric so that way it cleans all the bacteria and fungus that we have in the chicken. So after mixing turmeric with chicken very well, we need to rinse this turmeric and wash the chicken for 2 to 3 times to let the turmeric go from the chicken pieces. So now we'll just wash with cold water, rinse it very well, and that way the turmeric kills the bacteria and any virus, and we need to wash it very thoroughly in the cold water, maybe 2 to 3 times like I said earlier. It might take a little bit a while to wash 2 to 3 times, but okay, I washed the chicken 2 to 3 times and this is how it looks like. So now we need to keep this chicken aside, and then we need to prepare the chicken biryani masala, and it's real simple and easy. I'll show you how to make it. Let's check it out. Okay, so in order to get the extra long rice and the fluffy rice, we need to soak this basmati rice for at least minimum 30 minutes in cold water before we even half cook the rice. So that is the small tip that I would like to give to the viewers. So I took 5 cups of India Gate extra long chef style basmati rice. So now I'm soaking it in water. I need to rinse this one for 1 to 2 times so that way the husk and everything will be gone and we will be getting the purest rice here. So we need to wash it thoroughly. Make sure we wash it gently because the grains will be breaking and we will not see the long grain rice. So I'm washing second time, and I would like to leave it this one, rest it for in cold water for 20 to 30 minutes like that. So I'll just put it aside and I'll leave it undisturbed. So we need to half cook the basmati rice. So in order to do that, first we need to take a little bit bigger bowl or a container, and we need to put almost half to 3/4 of cold water in it and fill up with 3/4 of water. And after filling the water in the container, we need to add some Indian spices. So I'll let you know this. This is bay leaf, and these are some cloves and green cardamom and some star and cinnamon stick and one jatri flower or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but we need to add all these into the water first and add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. Why we add oil is, if we add oil, the basmati rice won't stick to each other and it will be fluffy and it will be separated like one by one. So the grain will be separated one by one. After adding all the spices and oil into the container, we need to add 4 tablespoons of salt. in it, but I'm just adding a rough estimate, but you need to add 4 to 5 tablespoons of salt. I'm just adding it. You might think it's a lot of salt in it, but eventually we are going to drain the water and we will be just taking the 50 to 60% half cooked rice in it. And why we add salt is in order to soak the rice, and the rice will get the saltiness of that water. That's why we add salt into the water. So we got the blender, and we are adding all the chopped onions. Okay. Yeah, I got this one. And in order to mix it properly, we need to add a little bit, like a half cup of water in it. Just a half cup. Yeah, alright. So after 2 to 3 minutes, it will be something like this, half chopped and half grinded. And we need to add the spices or masala in it now at this time. So now so we need to add 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoon of coriander powder. And this is chicken biryani masala packet we get in the Indian store, and we need to, for that kind of quantity, we need to add a half packet of this biryani masala, but you can adjust based on your taste. I want to eat little spicier, so I added a half packet of biryani masala. And now I'll be adding some curd or yogurt. So I need to add maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of yogurt, a full 3 tablespoons of yogurt. Okay, and then we add a little bit of half tablespoon of turmeric, and then 2 tablespoons of salt. 1, 2, and later on we can adjust based on after we grind it. So this is the final product we get, and we added all the spices in it, and the chilies, onions, and the tomatoes in it. And the only thing I didn't add really is the Indian red chili powder, that which I will be adding in the later on stage. I'll show you when I will add that. Now the water is rolling, and at this point of stage we need to add the soaked rice. So let's add the soaked rice, and this one is soaked for half an hour, and we need to add this in the rolling water, hot rolling water. Be careful. We need to add all this rice in it and let it cook for another 15 minutes or so. And we need to make sure that the rice is not cooked 100%. It should be cooked like almost 60 to 70% only. When we make this chicken and rice dum, right, with the steam and everything, the rice will be cooking and it will expand. The rice will be uh, expanded and it will be cooked very well. Okay. Once we add all the rice in this hot boiling water, we need to stir it a little bit. Wow, I can feel the freshness and the aroma of the rice. It looks so nice. It feels so good. Wow, this is the taste of the fresh basmati rice. And we don't need to close the lid, but we'll make it cook until 60%. I'll show you how the 60% of the rice look like, and that way you can estimate it, and then you can take it from when you cook it. Okay. So this is how it looks like, almost 40% cooked rice, and it will be going another 1/8 inch or more. See how it is, and it looks more longer when it cooks up to 60 to 70%. And I'll show you when it is ready. And we need to drain this water and keep the rice separately, and that's when we start our chicken biryani process. So the rice is almost 60% cooked and done. So this is how it looks like, and now we need to drain all the water from it, and we need to have something like this in order to drain the water. We need to take off all this beautiful rice and drain all the water in it. Take it aside. Half cooked rice, look at this one. It is little brittle, but we need to keep it this way, so that way when we make it pressure or dum it, the rice will be perfectly cooked and it will elongate a little bit more. And now I took the kettle and I need to add some oil in it, and usually for taste I add a little bit of 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil, since I have a good amount of chicken. And for the taste I add a tablespoon of ghee into it, a little bit more. And then once it gets melted, we add the masala that we made into it. So let it melt it first. Now I add a little bit of 3-4 cloves and green cardamoms into it. And after this got fried a little bit, I add this whole jar of masala into the oil. Okay, it smells so good. And now after adding this masala, needs to be cooked, and once it cooked the rawness from the tomato and the onions and the green chilies will be gone. Until then we need to cook it. And now I will add the red chili powder. I'm using the Kashmiri red chili powder. It is not spicy, but it looks good. It looks more red. Two tablespoons of chili powder. This is just the Kashmiri red chili powder, so it looks darker, but it is not spicy. But in order to make it look red, I'm adding a little bit more, but it is, trust me, it is not that spicy. We are adding 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Some people add in the masala or at the point of where they add the oil and ghee, but this is my style of cooking, so I'll just add it. It depends on person to person. So after we half cook the chicken, we'll be taking this one into a big container, and we'll shift this one to a big container, and then we'll spread it with the layers of rice on this masala chicken. So now I shifted it to a big container, so that way the rice, I can place the rice very spaciously and good. And I'm adding this half cooked rice, very nice and gentle, because the rice shouldn't break. So we are adding some fried onions. And then we add some chopped mint leaves. And we're almost done. You need to just put the dum for 1 hour. And before we do that one, we need to add a little bit of turmeric water into it, so that way the rice looks nice, colorful. So I'm adding a little bit of turmeric water, so that way we get the colorful rice. Okay, that's it. And now we need to add some silver foil on the top of this. So I'm adding this silver foil, so that way the air won't go out from the container. A little bit messy, but we can get a bigger silver foil. And we need to put that's all. So we need to set the temperature to medium, and then leave it for 30 to 40 minutes, and that way there won't be any water or anything inside and we get the fluffy and nice rice in it. This will be the final output, and this is the final output that we got. And let's see how this is the final output we got. And look at the rice and the color, the saffron color here. Looks so nice. And let's see how this one is. Look at it. There is no separated.